it's time to get a little bit personal with KC Concepcion here on Kababayan Today. KC, you have been able to live all over the world. You went to Paris for school. Talk to us about that experience in your life and how it's changed you.
You know, I always say, no matter where in the world I end up, I will always be proud of being Filipina. A lot of people say that I don't look pure Filipina, but I am.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. In fact, I get some comments now. Well, what does a Filipino supposed to look like? You know, so we're redefining what it means to be Filipina.
But you're half, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, I'm not. So it's
kalahating Gabi, kalahating Sharon. Pero
so,
you really do look like your parents. I see you, and it's like.
Well, I've been blessed enough to be able to see the, different cultures, to be able to experience just how to live in different continents. I lived in the U.S. for middle school. I was in Boston, and then for university I was in France, and just
Parlez-vous français?
Un petit peu, oui.
Oh, okay.
Et tu suis, c'est pour ça que tu parles français, right?
I don't really speak French at all. I was born there in Neuilly-sur-Seine. All I can say is, je m'appelle Giselle.
Oh, okay.
With the accent. Woo, woo.
Well, it suits you. It's super.
But you speak fluently.
I'd like to think so. Of course, there's always something to learn, but I've been speaking it since I was 12.
Wonderful.
So, but apart from that, I think now is the best time to be Asian. Now is the best time to be Asian, to be Filipino. And I always say that, the industries that are booming, from the restaurant industry, the food industry.
So now's our time.
Hotel tourism.
Right.
Now's the time to be proud to be Filipino. So I think having that that opportunity to have that global sort of
perspective
really is kind of what it should be right now.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a beauty queen question, okay? So you can take your time, but what does it mean to be Filipino now in this day and age?
It's hard to say exactly 100% what our culture is, because it's such a blend. Even in our food, it's like in Thailand, it's like, okay, you taste it, you know it's Thai. It's like the spice, just the ingredients, you know it's Thai, right? Or like Indian, with the curries and everything, you know it's Indian food. Filipino food's super specific. It's like, okay, sinigang is done in this household, more maasim. In this household, it's more maalat. In this household, it's spicy. It's like kanya-kanya. I think that's how we've learned to live. It's like, okay, we were colonized by Spain and America, and I think for a couple of years Japan, right? And it's like
but it's important to know that history.
In a way, people are confused which culture to take on.
Yeah, it's the colonization for sure of all these different cultures, right?
And it shows in our food, that it's like, it depends on who's cooking it, the taste.
And
depends.
Also because sa Pilipinas, there's so many different dialects, so we're so different from each other,
Singapore,
diba?
in a way, has the same dilemma, maybe. I'm not talking politics or anything, but maybe places like Singapore have the same dilemma. And it's just a matter maybe of just, making the most of how Filipino you are, and it's not even about like what you look like anymore. Because as much as you can say, okay, you have to be moreno with like, specific features like the nose and like dark hair, dark eyes, island,
Yeah.
It's
Iba na.
unfair for Filipinos like me, na pure Pinay with, like Spanish and American descent, but I consider myself pure Pinay.
Right.
So it's, as much as I don't, that I have a different sensibility in a way, kasi nga, kahit paano tumira ako sa ibang bansa. But it's unfair for people like me who are so connected to the culture and who, my lolo nga was pure Pinoy from Pasay.
Yeah.
And diba, I'm always proud na, okay, Pinoy ako. First of all, you're Southeast Asian. Diba? And even then there's a debate, are you Pacific Islander or Asian? Like, they don't
so there's always this like label. People are trying to always label you in this box, okay?
But it's really more of what you make out of it. Ikaw, anong contribution mo rin sa society? Diba? Kanya-kanya rin, which is in a way, a good thing. But I guess like Japan or Korea, they're so collective, everything's done together.
Right.
Maybe we have something to learn
Okay.
from them.
You're very intelligent, which is why I love speaking to you. I've been wanting to ask you all these questions for so long. We've just never had the time to really sit down and talk about it. You do a lot of volunteer work. So when we return, I want to hear all about the volunteer work you do. Kasama pa rin natin dito sa Kababayan Today. First, no other than KC Concepcion.